Hi, it's Neil here from Total Wellness Club, where we help solve the problem of preventable ill health by helping wellness providers like you drive up your impact. And we do this by helping you build proof and credibility that attracts more clients by collecting reviews and giving you awards. And we also bring you marketing insights, tips, and insider secrets. Today, we're going to talk about a very simple formula for doing Facebook Lives. This is a question that came out of our business growth hub group. People in there will occasionally say what kind of topics they want us to cover, so we're very happy to do that. Unfortunately today, it's ironic that we're talking about how to do Facebook Lives because we're having some challenges at the moment logging into our Facebook Lives and being able to do them live. So if you're watching this video, that's happened, and I've actually just pre-recorded this so that we could load it up very quickly into Facebook so that you could watch it all in good time. One of the things I do like to do each week is to invite you to tell us what's going on in your business, tell us what's exciting and what's happening for you right now. And even though we're not doing this live, please do leave those comments there so that we can take a look at those and celebrate the exciting things that are happening in your business with you. News from Total Wellness Club this week is that our search for the UK's leading nutritionist came to an end last night when we closed the voting, and we'll be contacting the winners over the next few days, and we're going to be shipping out some wonderful prizes. Most of them are going to be shipped out direct from the manufacturers or the people who've given me the prizes. But I have got a few in my office. So DNA Fit have given us several of these kits that we're going to be sharing with nutritionists so that they can try the kit themselves or allow a client to have the benefit of trying out a DNA Fit test. Clipper Tea are another one of our sponsors. They've sent through several boxes of Clipper Tea as well. So they'll be going, several of those will be going out to your clients over the next few weeks. And also Seed and Bean chocolate, 100% organic, ethical chocolate. They have sent through some hampers which will be going out again to some of your wonderful clients who have voted for you by leaving reviews. So it's amazing that we've been able to award your clients for leaving reviews for you by giving them a little something that they can enjoy for taking the effort and the time to appreciate and acknowledge the great work that you've done, as well as being able to obviously give you some amazing prizes. Bigger sponsors in this nutrition award have also been CamNutri. They are also giving away some test kits as well to nutritionists so that people can test for allergies. Again, nutritionists could use this themselves, or they could let a client experience that if they want to. And Karen Nola has also provided a program around raw food for somebody who wants to learn about more about raw food and helping their clients look at that aspect of their health and their well-being. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to just cover off, telling you what's going on with Total Wellness Club right now. As I say, please share your news, what's happening for you. Last week, I saw a message from Daniel Cronenberg, who's one of our members. And Daniel is an award-winning hypnotherapist. He took an advanced training that I gave our members where I showed the group how to use reviews. And these are reviews that they collected on our platform. And then how to use those and position those to generate more interest and sales. And we also talked about how you could use Facebook ads with those reviews as well. So Daniel took that advice. He invested under £10, and that produced 2 new client leads for Daniel. So I just wanted to say well done, Daniel, for getting into action and generating those leads using that process. So if you want to see the advanced training that I gave and maybe follow along the steps that Daniel took, then please register with us at business.totalwellness.club, business.totalwellness.club. Once you've completed your registration, we will then invite you to the next training session next time we run it, and you'll be able to follow along and do the same thing that Daniel did. So today we're talking about a simple formula for Facebook Lives. So this is an important topic, I believe, because more and more of us are doing Facebook Lives. And when it's our business that we're promoting, we want to get the right information to the right people in the right way. So let me be really honest here. We've only recently started doing Facebook Lives ourselves, and I think that we've been doing them for about 5 months. So far, we've probably done about 20 business Facebook Lives, and we've also, I think today will be our second to our Wellness Seekers community. So to be honest, we're still novices, and we're still relatively newcomers to the Facebook Live party. That said, we were watching leaders in the industry running their Facebook Lives for about 6 months or so, before we actually committed to running our own. So we had accumulated some knowledge and some understanding before we did them. We've also got about a decade of running webinars, so we also are quite used to sort of delivery and all the tech that goes with that as well. But that said, the reason why we've done 22 in such a short space of time is because when I do something, I tend to do it regularly, because it means that I start to work in a very rhythmic way, and that builds momentum. And obviously momentum is something that I think is really important to a business going forward if you want it to grow. I think the other thing that it does is it builds trust. So that regularity, doing something in a rhythmic way, builds trust between you and your potential clients. Because if you show up at the same time every week, people know that you're going to be there. So they'll put that in their diary and they'll show up too. They'll find a bit of time each week where they can come and watch what you're saying. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about our formula. So I'm going to share with you our thinking before we started running our Facebook Lives and the thinking that we put into that. And then I'm going to share with you our structure and our framework so that you can use that if that's useful to you. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's start with the formula. So I've mentioned that we do our Facebook Lives weekly. That would be the first thing, if I was you, the first thing I would think about. How often are you going to deliver your Facebook Live? The next thing I would think about is how long you're going to talk for. So what you want to do is you want to pick a length of time that's perfect for your followers, while really giving them time to kind of come in, settle in, and for you to get into the topic and then get out of the topic. Now we do about 20 minutes. I try and aim for between 15 and 25. Usually it's for like 21, 22 minutes or 18 or 19 minutes. So I'm aiming for about 20 minutes because we recognize that our people, the business community, want sound bites. So when you're thinking about your Facebook Live, you want to think about how long your audience can give you attention for. Another thing to consider is when you're going to run them. From my own experience, most of the viewings actually come after the live event. So we might have a handful of people who come along live, but then we'll have 100 or so that will maybe watch it in the next few days. Last week when we did a Facebook Live to our Seekers group, the first one we did, I think we had 2 people come live, but we had 259 views in the next 24 hours. So from that, you can conclude that it doesn't really matter when you do your Facebook Lives. So do it at a time that's convenient to you, and just know that other people are going to watch it at a time that is convenient for them. The next thing to think about is the theme. So what's the theme going to be? What do you want to be known for? For us, with our Facebook Lives to wellness providers, so into this Facebook page, we're aiming to give helpful marketing ideas that can be quickly and easily put into a business. So like our topic today. Or we like to give you the chance to step back from your business and take a look at what you're doing in a more sort of objective kind of way. So this is where we do things like website critiques. So the next thing to think about is why you're doing your Facebook Live. We do these Facebook Lives each week to build a relationship with wellness providers. So these are either people who have committed to working with us and we want to stay in touch with those people, or they want to stay in touch with us, hopefully too. And also people who haven't yet committed to working with us, who we'd like to influence to come and join Total Wellness Club and all the things that that we can do. So for our viewers, hopefully everyone wants to come and be a part of this community, find value in what we say, and then stay in touch and get more marketing ideas, things that can help them within their business. And we do our Facebook Lives for our seekers because it's actually part of our greater mission, and that is to help solve the problem of preventable ill health. And we know if we're going to solve that problem, we need as many wellness providers as possible to come and join us. So we want to give great content, and that helps you as well, because hopefully people will want to stay in touch. They'll want to share, they'll want to recommend, they'll want to encourage their colleagues and friends to come and join too. And when we put things out to our wellbeing seekers, we invite you guys to come in and add your expertise, because although I might deliver these Facebook Lives, I'm by no means the expert. I've got no qualifications or expertise in health and natural well-being at all, other than my own experience and passion, and from working in this industry with a number of amazing people for the last sort of 15 years. But I'm not qualified in any way, and I don't earn my money from offering any kind of professional service. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to come in and talk about something that you can offer to one of the topics that we're talking about. So finally, coming back to delivering Facebook Lives, it really helps you to clearly define who you're targeting. If you clearly define who you're targeting, it will really help you. Ours is all about wellness providers. This one here that we're using today in this Facebook page, it's all about wellness providers, and we know that in general, the people who come to our Facebook Live tend to be professionals or sole traders, and maybe they're startups through to early six figures, and they're hungry to find out the best marketing that they can do with the least effort, because marketing isn't something that everyone necessarily enjoys or has experience about. So we want to make that really easy for everybody, because we know this about the people who are coming to our Facebook Lives. We then know what we need to deliver, and of course, week by week we're learning and adjusting as we go, because we can see what people are reacting to. We look at the stats, and then we'll tailor the content towards the most popular content over time. So far, what we've said in this Facebook Live, as we're looking at a formula for delivering Facebook Lives, is that you want to think about the length of your Facebook Live. Think about the time that you're going to deliver it at, the theme, why you're doing this, and who you want to talk to, as well as how long the whole thing will be in general. What sort of target time frame are you aiming for? So that's the formula, that's the thinking that we put into our Facebook Lives before we got started. Let's talk about structure, because structure, I think, is really important. My structure is very simple. I've got the topic, which I introduce straight away, and then I'll give people a moment or two to settle in. So what I'll do is I'll talk about something for maybe the first 90 seconds or so, and then I'll get into the topic quite quickly after that 90 seconds. I'll talk about the headline and why I think that's really important. I'll be really open and honest and share my experience on that topic as well. And I do that to build credibility for me on this topic, so that also you know where I'm at before I start talking to you about this. As I got started today, I said that I've done both of these things as I was getting going today. I started by saying that the topic's important because more and more people are running Facebook Lives. And I also mentioned that we'd run 22 Facebook Lives. So you get some idea of how much experience we've got. You might decide actually 22 is not very many. I don't think I'll take his advice. Maybe actually 22 is a pretty good number. Obviously learned some things because we also had that experience before of learning from other people and from webinars. Yeah, maybe it's worth listening in. So you can make your own mind up from that. So I then told you what I would cover. And I said we'd looked at our thinking before we started running Facebook Lives, and then I've started to talk about our structure. What I then do is I announce the topic and I talk about it and I relate my experience to it, and then I'll tell you what it is that I'm going to share, and then I get into the content. Because our Facebook Lives are about 20 minutes, I've got to manage the volume of content very carefully, and I suspect for a lot of you, that's something you're going to have to think about, because you've got so much knowledge and experience that you want to share, but maybe you've got a limited time frame to share that in. So you want to be really careful in how much content you share. So it's a choice, really, I think, to go deep into one thing. So maybe give like a main course at dinner, or maybe just to go light and talk about maybe 3 or 4 things very quickly and briefly. Which is more of a tapas or a sample platter. So today we're going more with the sample platter. I'm covering several things very, very lightly, just to give you a bit of a flavour for what's available to you. So with Facebook Lives, the other thing you want to do is invite interaction. I've invited you to share what's going on in your business. We do this pretty much every week over the last few weeks. So we're inviting you to share what's going on in your business, so that you can also comment as well. You can comment on anything that I'm saying here. You can ask a question at any point. Obviously, if we're doing this live, we can answer those as we go through. Today, we don't have the benefit of that because we're pre-recording this one and putting it onto Facebook in a schedule. But we will still read the comments, and we'll still jump in and help anyone with any questions that they have as well. And coming towards the end of a Facebook Live, it's nice to finish up with a wrap up, just to remind people what you've already told them. So how I do this is I'd say, so today I've talked about a simple formula for Facebook Lives, and what I've done is shared with you our thinking before we started our Facebook Lives, and then I've given you the structure that we use so that you can follow that too. So there you go. I've actually summarised today already for you. One thing I'd add as well, as you probably know, I don't like to create one thing and then go off and create another and then create another thing. What I like to do is create something that I could use in another way, maybe in several ways. So I tend to use one thing and position it in different ways. So when I finish this Facebook Live, what I do is I download that video onto my computer, and then I upload that onto our YouTube channel, and we'll then link that video in the YouTube channel into our resource suite as well. So that means that you can come in, you can, rather than going through this page or other pages that we have and looking for our Facebook Lives, you can go straight into that resource suite. You can see all of our videos and additional templates and guides in some cases that we've added into those. You can see those really easily. You can choose the topics that you want to choose, and then you can just dive straight into that topic and get some inspiration and an overview on that. So what I'm saying is we are using these videos in Facebook Live as part of our content strategy for YouTube and also for our resource suite as well. Now, there are other things that you can do in YouTube as well, which we can cover another time. If you're interested in that, please do let us know in the comments, and we'll circle back and do something on YouTube in the future. So this just leads me to say that next week, we would like to critique your Total Wellness Club profiles. So what I'd like to do is critique your page based on its marketing ability so that we can improve it. So we'll look at the copy. And what we'll do is we'll look at the flow of how somebody comes onto your page and how they go through your page and what happens next. And we'll be able to see where you potentially can lose people on your page as well. So we're going to critique it from that point of view. So it's going to be really invaluable. And you could take what I'm going to talk about in this critique and you could use it on your own website as well. So all of the information that I'm going to use as I critique the pages is going to be something that you would be able to take into your own copy or into the way that you think about the flow of your own website as well. So if you'd like me to critique your page, please let me know the URL, and also let me know who your target market is as well. You can add your URL and your target market into the comments below, or you can send me a private message. It's entirely up to you how you do that. But if you just let me know by around Tuesday next week, then I will select who I'm going to look at, and I could well be do a critique of your profile this time next week. So it just leaves me really to say, have a great end to your week and have a great weekend. And I will see you next week. Take care now. Bye.